Hey guys, Bob back again, and today we're going to review number 3 in the second wave of the Transformers Titans Return Skytread. Now, as you can see, this is a Titan Master. Now, these guys are just little head guys, and then they have vehicles, so they're pretty cool. And you can see he is a Decepticon. There's his face, pretty cool. You got Fort Max up there. These interact with Fort Max and the Blaster and Prime and all the later class figures that are out now, and Voyager and Deluxe class. You can swap heads with all 3 of the lines, the big ones, mediums, and small ones. Anyway, I'll show you how that works here coming up. The numbers 0 to 3 make baby sad, and you got your warnings, and this is authentic Transformers from Hasbro. There is no bio on the actual Skytread character. Skytread. I'm gonna keep messing it up because me. Anyway, there is no bio, so I have no idea. I got out of Transformers right before the Headmaster, Titan Masters came into about. There he is, right there. But anyway, here's a quick look at the packaging. The inside the packaging is the instructions. Very easy, very simplified. He does have 3 different modes, and as you can see, there he is, right there, riding in this tank. And here you just have like some parts are detachable if you put too much force to them. Anyway, so here you got a really cool vehicle mode, and I dropped him. And as you can see, he is a Decepticon right there. You have a really cool purple Decepticon. You got the purple and brown. It's a pretty cool color scheme. The cannons do go up and down on the tank. It does not the turret does not move. You can see these molded in treads right there. No wheels or anything, so he doesn't really. You could push him, sure, but there's no sliding. He doesn't nothing. Anyway, you can see kind of like the head just looking out there. It's kind of ugly, but you know, these are for kids. It's the playability on these things. There's so much different ways you can play with them, and you could spend hours. Brandon, my son, as you can see at father-son toy reviews, he's in the house right now. He doesn't feel like coming out here and reviewing because he's playing Xbox. But anyway, he could play for hours with these guys, interacting with the Voyagers and putting them all together and having big wars and stuff. He's having a great time with these guys. So we want to get him out of here. Here's Skytread. I'm going to keep messing that up. There is a look at him. Now all these little dudes are all different. They all have different sculpts, different everything. So they're not just rehashing all of the figures together. Here's what we already looked at. Here is next to Brawn and next to Apeface. And you can see, I will bring them all together. Different chests, different head sculpts, different arms, different legs, different thighs, different everything. So it's really cool that Hasbro is not just rehashing the same mold and just doing it in different colors. That's great. Anyway, articulation is his head, the ball joint for the big head. You'll see here in a minute. The arms do go up, go down. He does have little hands molded in there, but he can't hold any weapons. You got an ugly screw hole there, but what are you gonna do? Pin here, so he goes up like this and down. He's kind of a little bit loose, not too bad. I mean, he'll still stand on his own. Not too bad at all. Anyway, to get him in the head mode, you just put his arms down to the side here like this, and you just kind of fold him to where his legs go like this, and then you just take it and flip it over, and then there you got a really cool. You got his visor that's painted red. You got the silver paint on his face. Really cool paint job. The molding. These little guys are awesome. So anyway, I'm gonna put this guy's head, and we're gonna take him a look at the vehicle first, and we'll get back to him. Okay. I'm just gonna have him standing over here while we're doing this review. Anyway, so we looked at the tank. There's the tank. So what you want to do, like I said, they're like triple changers. So what you want to do with the tank, you take the little guy out, you flip the tank over like this, and you'll see this part right here. You just want to grab right here and just flip it, and you can see it kind of has like a cockpit and stuff. And then what you want to do is you take these parts right here. You can see where the cuts are in the treads, and you just fold these down like so, and they pretty much that's it. I mean, he's like an airplane kind of thing. Sure, you got his turrets that can fire, pew pew pew. And then you got the little head guy that can ride in there. He can take a ride on this jet. You can have him up like this, riding on it. But what it shows in the instructions is you want to take him and you put his head, you put the face part down into the hole, and then right here, can you guys see in there? There's a groove, and his head fits down in that groove, and it just fits down in there, just like so. And then you got this little cutout right here that this tail piece will fit in between his legs like this, and it fills in that gap with this little head guy. So you don't really know. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's a robot hiding in there, but it's just, it doesn't look that bad from far away. Sure, why not? I mean, you can have a jet, and then it's like all of a sudden he like can turn over and flip out and fold back up, and then all of a sudden it's a tank. And then you can have the tank flying. I guess then it goes flip it out, flip it out, flip it out. It's so simple, and then it's you fly away. Like I said, for playing wise, it's amazing how much fun it can be to play. There's all different things. As much as your imagination can think of, you can do. I mean, that's what makes these fun. It's not just it's a truck, it's a robot, it's a truck, it's a robot. There's 3 different modes, so there's 3 different ways you could play. I say that's a win-win, and these price points are like $9 for these toys. And I've seen some places you can get them for $6. So $6 for a triple changer and a little robot guy. Hours of fun. I think it's totally worth it. Now, anyway, the third mode, when you have them like this, you can see right here, there's a little purple, well, if you can see, there's a little purple peg. So you want to just grab a nail or something, and there's a little groove right there that you can flip out, and then there's a handle right there, okay? And then you don't really have to do anything to the cannon or anything like that. It's just, that's the gun. It's like lasers there and a laser there, so it's almost like he has a cannon. Yeah, I like to flip it up like this, so it more looks like almost like a tread. But you could have the Voyager class guys, the bigger guys, will bring in blaster, and of course he is gigantic because he's a Titan. Anyway, he has a peg, and it fits any normal size Transformers that you have. That has just it's the normal hole that fits in, and you can have him hold Skytread. I'm gonna keep messing that up. You can have him hold it. Pretty cool, don't you think? Anyways, real quick before we go, one last thing. What you want to do? The main gimmick, Bob, is dropping cameras and everything's falling apart. Sorry about making. We're gonna get sick, Bob. You're killing us here. Anyway, so you want to take his head off here. You take Blaster's head, and you get Skytread, and you make him into head mode, like this, and then you have this part, and it just fits right into this groove right here. If you have this figure, you know the deal. He fits just right down in there, and then you got him in the actual body of Blaster. Sure, why not? And then you can actually bring this faceplate down, and you can have him down in there, and he can't really tell that there's another head in there. So you can have them battle and then like take over the Titans. So like he could actually kick out the actual head. You can have them here. You can have them fighting for control of the actual Titan body. So you can have the little headmasters, Titan masters, fighting over who's gonna get to drive, and then they can have little wars and stuff with their tanks. And and then you kick him off, and he's like, "This is my body." So there you go. You guys can play all you want. I mean, it's your toy. And then in the city mode for Blaster and Prime, these little guys, there's pegs all over the place on these guys that these guys can control the city, and you got their weapons and their tanks and stuff can actually go up the treads, and it's just, you can have a whole big city, big battle. It's just crazy all the different things you could do to play with these guys. It's really cool, and I really like them. Anyway, so this has been the Titans Returns Skytread Tread. I don't know why I keep saying that. Anyway, so if you like this video, please make sure you like, comment, and please subscribe. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.